What's going on, everyone? So Dalton Knecht kind of had his struggles early on in yesterday's game against the Golden State Warriors, and then really turned it on in the fourth quarter, finished with 19 points, and finished strong. Now, I may end up doing a follow-up video right before the season begins, but as of right now, because we've had a handful of summer league games and now a handful of preseason games, kind of get a feel and an idea of Dalton Knecht and what to expect and what he can provide. Now, there are some concerns with the bench scoring in particular. I do think when Christian Wood gets back, his experience, his ability from his past to show that he can go get you 17 plus on any given night off the bench, even average that for you off the bench, do think will help and be impactful. But as of right now, your main really scoring options are Max Christie, Gabe Vincent, and then Dalton Knecht, right? Those are your three main guys that you're looking to really kind of provide a scoring punch off the bench. Now, when you get into the actual season, it's not like you're going to have lineups where it's like, Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, Dalton Knecht, Christian Wood, and Jackson Hayes. No, it's going to be something, where it's like D'Lo and Christie with Knecht and, Rui and AD, right? It's going to be a mixture of starters as well as bench guys. And then the flow of the game will be easier for them. They won't be asked, like Dalton Knecht isn't going to be asked to create and get a bunch of offense generated for himself. Same thing with Max Christie, guys like that, right? They're going to be looked at to be, catch and shoot three guys, movement shooters, slashing, cutting towards the rim. And then on occasion, yes, give the ball to Dalton Knecht, let him go make a play for himself, maybe make the occasional play for others, but it's just going to be a very different role than what you're asking him to do in summer league as well as now preseason, right? He's not going to be out there very often without stars or at least key players on this roster, right? Maybe garbage time and stuff. You might see something where it's like Jalen Hood-Schifino, Dalton Knecht, right? Like those type of games, those type of moments. But throughout the thick of the games, he's going to be on with other key pieces that are going to help elevate him, and he's just going to play a very specific role. Now, obviously, the scoring, you see him drop 19, you see the three-point shooting, you see him just be able to catch fire, which I really like. And I've talked about how I really do think that he can play the Taurean Prince role even better than Taurean Prince did. And Taurean Prince was good for us last year. The reason I like Dalton Knecht in that role is because he's just more athletic. He's got better foot speed. He still provides the same type of shooting and be a movement shooter, catch and shoot three-point guy. But more than anything, it's his ability to step in and knock down the mid-range with consistency. Right? You look at Taurean Prince, he was pretty much just catch, shoot three, or pump fake, sidestep three, or make a lane for the basket and then try to finish either through contact or finish at the rim. Right? He did on occasion try to pull up in the mid-range, but it's just not his game. Where Dalton Knecht, you see a lot of times he can kind of get to those spots and just elevate and knock it down over the top. He's going to have a lot of those opportunities, especially come playoff time, where the mid-range is just so much more open because teams make it such a point. Protect the paint, close out hard on the threes, right? Because you don't want to get beat from team getting hot from three or just dominating the paint. So you see a lot of teams that advance usually far into the postseason usually have multiple guys that can knock down the mid-range because it's so open, right? And so Dalton Knecht and his ability to do that, I do think will go a long way. Plus, again, with his athleticism and his ability to be an off-ball movement, slasher and cutter. You can even set him as the screen, runs pick and pops, pick and roll actions, right? Like there's different sets and ideas you can have him coming off pin downs and stuff. He's very versatile in that regard. However, gauging what type of production is he going to give, I think he'll be anywhere from like an 8 to a 12-point-a-game guy. Right? I don't want to put a ceiling. I don't want to put a cap on the young man because you never know. He could end up averaging 15. He could end up averaging 17 off the bench. Like, you don't know. It comes down to production, comes down to opportunity, comes down to shot attempts, right? Minutes played. There's factors that go into it. Right now, you look at preseason, he's averaging like 15 shot attempts a game. That's probably not happening come the regular season. He's probably looking at like 8 to 10 field goal attempts. So you figure, say he knocks down 2 threes a game, right? There's 6 points. Say he knocks down like 2 twos a game. That gets him to 10. And then, maybe a free throw or 2 gets you to 11 or 12. That's why I think he'll be in that like 8 to 12 range more likely than not. He's probably only going to get 8 to 10 attempts a game. A couple will be threes, a couple mid-range, maybe a drive to the basket or whatever, or just a pass as a cutter, something along those lines. Defensively, still needs to grow, develop, and learn. He's been a roller coaster in Summer League as well as preseason, which is fine. It's understandable, right? It's expected. He's a rookie coming in who, yes, has shown the ability to make an impact right out the gate, to be a piece right out the gate. But we also have to have the understanding of he's going to have his good games, he's going to have his bad. He's going to have his games where he goes 8 of 9 from 3, and then he's going to have his games where he goes 1 of 11 from 3, right? Like, it's part of it. I mean, even the best shooters in the league have their hiccup. I mean, we've seen Steph go on just tough stretches, right? Like, he's, a very rare specimen, but point is that even he's had his shooting struggles. It happens, right? When you're relying on shooting and you're the type of role that Dalton Knecht is going to play, he's going to have his good games and his bad games. But what else can you provide out there on the basketball court? What else can you bring to the table besides shooting and scoring? Can you defend? Right now, I don't trust him. He's getting after it. He's working hard, which is all you can really ask for from a rookie. Right? But like, he's not a guy that I would trust in tight moments down the stretch where we need a stop. Insert Dalton Knecht, and he's going to go get that stop for you. Right? Like, he's a guy at like the end of the game. Hey, game's on the line. Right? We need a 3, or we need just a bucket. Dalton Knecht should be in that game, right? Like, there's certain moments, yes, but as like a defensive guy, if he can at least be serviceable, if he can at least hold his own on a nightly basis, that's huge, because he's going to give you the offensive production. And then on top of that, if he can just provide, decent defense as a rookie. I also want to see improvement as the season progresses on both sides of the basketball, but going in, getting started, you know what he's going to give you offensively, right? It's the defense side of things, and then the other production beyond that. How well can he impact, rebounding? Can he take care of the basketball, not turn the ball over? Can he be kind of a swing man and another extension, hockey assist type of player? And like, you look at what he did, gave you 2 rebounds, no assists, 2 steals with 1 turnover. So in this game, besides the 19 points, which was nice, right? He gave you 2 steals and he took care of the basketball, only 1 turnover. That's great. It's what you want to see. You want to kind of see those type of things. Now, the rebounding, we need him to do a better job on the rebounding. He's had games where he's been good rebounding, but he needs to make sure that he's putting himself in a position and attacking to rebound. If he could be, let's say, 10, 3, and 3 guy, it's perfect, right? That, to me, that's a hugely successful season for him, given the type of role he's playing, given his slotting off the bench. He's not going to be probably the first or second guy, but probably going to be the third or fourth guy off the bench, right? His role is going to be primarily, like, again, I don't want to put a cap on his. If he can go and give you 15, 5, and 5, chef kiss, let's go, right? But as a realistic expectation for, like, this would be fantastic. And look, if he's like 6, 3, and 3, like, I don't think that's a bad season. Again, given the type of role that he has, given the type of position that he's going to play amongst the team, right? I don't see him getting 15 shot attempts a game. I don't see him being asked to go and just create a bunch of scoring options. Like, I don't see him playing the Austin Reeves role, right? Unless, like, a trade happens. Like, things could change quickly, but I think as of right now, as it stands, I think he's a guy that's going to be more of a movement shooter, right? Slasher cutter that is going to be playing off of the LeBron James, the Austin Reeves, the D'Angelo Russells, even Gabe Vincent's of the world. The guys that are making the plays, the guys that are responsible for initiating the offense. Dalton Knecht's going to be the guy that's playing off of that. On occasion, yeah, he gets the ball. Hey, take your guy off the dribble, beat, attack the closeout, beat guys to the rim, all that stuff. Use your size, use your athleticism. You don't have to settle, but also kind of give him time to kind of get a feel for the game, get a grasp and understanding for the game. His role could obviously evolve and change. again, trade happens, and it's like, hey, we need you to be more of a, more aggressive. We need you to kind of find and look for your shot more. We traded Rui and D'Lo, and hey, we could use your scoring ability. We could use your capabilities. So let's go. Don't just settle just because you can light it up, right? Like, hey, we need you to go from 8 a game to at least 12 to 15. So look for your shot, have the green light, right? But you also want to ease him in. I think fair assessment, point-wise, again, 8 to 12 points. Right? His over-under is set at 9.5. So, I think that's spot on. I think he's either an 8 or 10-point-a-game guy, most likely. But I think fair 8 to 12 range as far as point total goes. I think rebounding, probably looking at like 3 to maybe 5. I'm hoping if he can get to 5, that would be beautiful. 3 to 5 rebounds a game. And then assists, I think he'll be probably 2 to maybe at most 4, but probably that 2-3 range. Only because I think he'll be the guy that, like, you have the ball, you can get your shot off, take your shot. I don't think he'll be looked at to like, hey, you need to go make it. I think he'll just through the flow of the game, catches the ball, guys cutting, oh, he's open, boom, here you go, let me feed it. Or, he's at the top, boom, swing pass, got guys shoots, boom, bucket. Right? I think that there'll just be natural assists throughout the flow of the game, occasional lob to AD, whatever. But I don't think that they're going to ask him to, hey, when you get the ball, you get in the teeth of the defense, we need you surveying, we need you, dishing and wheeling and dealing. No, like, I think he'll be more of like if you can get your shot off, shoot the ball, right? And he's not shy, right? Like, which is great. That's what you want to see from your rookie. You don't want him to be shy. You don't want him to be timid. Let it fly, right? Again, let it go. Shoot it. If you can get it off, shoot the ball. Because you see a lot of rookies that get timid, especially when they start, getting in that slump and they're like 0-3, 0-4, right? It's just like, and you see them start thinking it, get in their own head, and now they're in their mental, and it's just like, and you just see that tanking, right? Where Dalton Knecht, he's like, the next one is money, right? 0-5, don't worry, I'm gonna finish this, 5 of 10, right? It's just, and I love that. I love that about him. But I also want to have like calmed expectations, right? I think 10, 12 points or 8, 12 points is fair for a range offensively. Defensively, I need to see a little more. I need to see a little, being able to stay. He recovers well, and even when he does get beat, he does a good job of getting back into the play, which I appreciate. It's what you want to see. You want to see him be able to do that. But he's got to do a better job of moving his feet, not just getting beat. He wasn't looked at as a defensive stopper in college. Like, no one's expecting him to be a defensive stopper in the pros. But you got to be able to at least hold your own. If you're averaging 12 points a game, but you're giving up 20, then your 12 points, you're net negative, right? So he's got to find that balance. But I'm very excited for Dalton Knecht, and I really do think he's gonna have a real, genuine impact. I think he's gonna be a real piece. I think he's gonna be a real rotation guy. I think he's gonna be a guy that I wouldn't be shocked if he has that game where he just goes off and gives you 25. I think he's gonna have a couple games like that. Maybe not 25, but like the 18. 20 game, right? Like, I think he's going to have a couple handfuls of those. Like, let's say he plays 70 games. I think 10 to 15 of those, he gets more than 15. I think he'll have those games where he's just hot. He's just knocking everything down, right? He's just, that hoop is this big, right? Rather than, this big. Like, I think it's just going to be money, right? So, we'll see. But, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What have you make of Dalton Knecht's performance thus far? What do you think his kind of range will be? I'll probably do a follow-up video once we get closer, and I'll probably start talk about several guys. Obviously, LeBron, AD, guys like that, you know what you're going to get from them. But kind of the Max Christie's, Dalton Knecht's, guys like that. Like, what can we expect from them? I'll probably break them down even further once we kind of get a little more feel. And then the next game is supposed to be a dress rehearsal. So hopefully we can kind of see, like, what does he look like slotted in the actual role rather than just, like, go crazy, you know, like get your 16 attempts, right? So, but anyway, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.